Add Trey Boston to the list of people that want to come play in Philly. I mean, you can't make this up. The Eagles right now are prime time destination. I say this. I say, why not think outside the box and bring in somebody nobody expects? What about Jadeveon Clowney? Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. So I know what you guys are thinking right now. I know what you're thinking right now. How are we going to make it all these months until training camp, until preseason starts? We are ready for this team to take the field right now. Right now. How are we going to wait this long? I'll tell you, it's going to be tough, but there's still work to do. We still got time to make this roster better, to give it a better chance to even go further in the playoffs than we could expect. The Eagles have work to still do. Howie Vision can't stop now. It's got to keep going. And we're going to get into it in a second. But before we do that, make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel for Eagles content, daily NFL content. You don't want to miss any of it, okay? Things are getting crazy in Philadelphia Eagles land. You don't want to miss it. You got to be part of it. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube's a goots. And they unsubscribe people unknowingly. I don't know why, but it's been happening. So anyways, make sure you subscribe and let's get this show on the road because I don't know how I'm going to make it till preseason. I'm busting, man. I'm busting right now. I need football and I need it like right now, okay? Did you guys see James Bradberry's details of his contract just came out today, right? So it says, and here's something by Field Yates, right? In typical Eagles form, James Bradberry deal includes 4 voidable years. Okay, signing bonus is $6.215 million. He has a base salary of $1 million. He has $2.5 million of incentives, and he carries a cap charge of just $2.27 million for 2022. $2.27 million. That is a great cap hit, okay? And this right now leaves the Eagles at about $8.2 million, I'll say, just over $8.2 million in cap space. This is including Bradberry and all the rookies that they have signed. So the Eagles have $8.2 million, just over that, okay? And listen, if you could get a guy and you're going to get cap charges of $2.27 million, things like that, you still have room to make other moves. And you can always, the one thing about Howie Roseman, the one thing he does good is he always can get cap room or cap space if he needs it. He always finds a way. So to me, the Eagles are still in the hunt for one more big move if they choose to do it. Now, my personal opinion is I'm not expecting any more big moves, okay? I would love to see them go out and get a safety. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. My personal opinion is it's most likely you'll see some depth signings, some signings like that, but I don't know if we'll see anything big or significant. Maybe not trade-wise or anything like that. But listen, at this point, would it surprise me? No. Is it impossible? No. Would I doubt the Eagles in doing something? No. It's very possible because look at what they've done so far. They may figure, listen, let's just fill all our holes that we can, pause. You know what I mean? And let's just do it. And that's what they may do. So maybe a Jesse Bates, maybe he is somebody that the Eagles would go after. Me personally, I think a guy like that I see getting traded by like the trade deadline in season or something like that. But the Eagles have a lot of room to maneuver. I think the most likely scenario is that maybe they sign a depth at a running back. Maybe they sign depth at defensive end. We're going to talk about that in a second, by the way. But you never know. Players want to come play in Philly right now. And when that happens, everything changes. Just look at Trey Boston, right? Trey Boston put out this tweet right after the Bradberry signing. And it makes you wonder. Here's another guy that wants to come play in Philly. He says, at Bradberry, at Big Play Slay, On the corners, man, I'm about to spin the block. I got to get out there with the bros. I know they locking everything up. He knows they're locking everything up. He knows they're locking everything up. He's a smart man. He's a very smart man. Trey Boston, however, he's 29 years old. He did not play last year, right? He's 29. He was with Carolina. He got cut in spring of 2021 and did not play last year. So to me, it's nice that he would want to play for the Philadelphia Eagles, but it's not something that I would do. And I'm just being honest. I probably wouldn't do it because he hasn't played for a year. I think Marcus Epps, who's texting me now, they always text me when I'm on here, you know. But what was I saying before I was distracted by text? Oh yeah. So he hasn't played in a year. I trust Marcus Epps. I think Marcus Epps can play. I think he deserves a chance. Now, if Jesse Bates or somebody like that, you know, wiggles free and there's a trade option for the Eagles to do it, I could see how he's doing it. I think you take a chance. A guy that young, I think it's possible. Do I think it's likely at this point? No. I think the Eagles have made pretty much all their big moves, okay? Like I said, I think the next signing you're going to see is something like a backup running back or you know, maybe the equivalent of if they were to get Jordan Howard or LeGarrette Blount. It'd be something like that. It'd be a depth move. I could see you needing to add depth to the running back position. However, if you still kind of want to make a splash, now hear me out on this, all right? If you kind of still want to make a splash and a place where people may think you're okay and everything's set, but you could actually make it better, would be the defensive line. You could still upgrade this defensive line, and there's still a guy out there to do it. And I'm talking about Jadeveon Clowney. That's right, I'm talking about Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney's a free agent. Jadeveon Clowney is still available. The guy had 9 sacks last year, okay? Listen, he never lived up to the first pick overall, everything like that, okay? He hasn't. However, if you were the Eagles, and let's say you could get him for, I don't know, $8-9 million for 1 year, why not bring this guy in? Why not bring him in? He had 9 sacks last year. Because listen, you bring him in for $9 million, it'll probably be like a $2 million cap hit for 1 year. But can you imagine the rotation that all of a sudden the Eagles would have? You would have your defensive. You'd have Hassan Reddick. You'd have Josh Sweat. You would have Brandon Graham. You would have Derek Barnett. See, that's the one move that I can't stand that the Eagles made. Is Derek Barnett. Now, some people tell me they think he's going to have a good year. Hey, listen, Philly, Derek Barnett, watch out for him. He's going to have a pretty good year this year. I got to see it to believe it, okay? And one of the fears that I still have about this team is who is going to get you sacks besides Hassan Reddick, right? We know Hassan Reddick should get you double digits. Maybe you get 7-8 sacks from Josh Sweat. I still think you need somebody else. Brandon Graham's coming back from injuries. You know, I don't know what he's going to be in terms of his health, how ready, is he going to feel like he's 100%? Nobody really knows that yet. So why not get a guy like a Jadeveon Clowney come in and add to that rotation? I think that could be pretty devastating. I think that could be a hell of a defensive line if you added him to put on the field. Just imagine them rotating all those guys in and out, just different third down rush situations. I mean, I think it could be pretty devastating, to be honest with you. And he's out there for the taking. I know there's a possibility that he may end up in Dallas, but he's still out there. You may be able to get him on the cheap. This could be, I'm just saying, this could be a very underrated signing or a very Philadelphia Eagle Howie Vision thing to do. Add to your defensive line. Give depth. You can never have too many pieces rushing the passer. You just can't. And if you get him in a situation where you get 7.5 sacks from Josh Sweat, let's say 8 sacks, and you can get 8 sacks from Jadeveon Clowney, and you can get 6 sacks from Derek Barnett, 6-7 sacks, and just take the pressure off Derek Barnett coming back from injury that year. Cut Derek Barnett. Just cut him. You know what I mean? Or just let him be on the practice squad. I don't know. Just do something with him. Let him get the water. Get the water, carry the clipboard, whatever. But I think Jadeveon Clowney would be a sneaky, underrated signing that nobody could see coming. Do I think it's likely? No. This is just pure speculation on my part. But I would not mind seeing it happen at all. Either way, if the Eagles don't make another big move this year, players still want to come, and the time you'll have to watch. If they don't make another move from now until the start of the season, any big moves, then I think they're going to be very active at the trade deadline. That's when you can see, in my opinion, a Jesse Bates or somebody like that come to the Eagles. So we got to keep our eye on it. With that said, let me know what you think in the comment section. Take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Listen, a lot of people keep asking me, yo, Phil, you think this is really the last move for the Eagles? You don't think Howie's got something up his sleeve? Listen, Howie Vision could do anything. He could do anything. Nothing surprises me at this point, and nothing is off the table. I believe Howie could strike at any time. If Jesse Bates' situation becomes a real possibility and the Eagles like him, they'll make a move for him. They'll definitely do it. But I think to this point, they've done everything I've asked them to do. Everything I thought they should do, they've done. I can't get on them for anything. I think a few more depth pieces. As far as I'm concerned, I'm ready for them to take the field, man. Take the field. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Definitely just take the field. That's how I see it. With that said, okay? With that said, Denzel Washington out. That's right, there's 2 post-credit scenes in today's video because you know why? I've had so many people asking for more pictures of the little kittens my cat had last week. Everybody's asking for more pictures. So I wanted to give you guys some more pictures. I'll try to post some like once a week on a video so you guys can see these things growing. But I can't believe so many people wanted to see pictures of kittens. You guys are so nice and calm. But that's okay because once football season comes, we're double moonwalking some Cowboys ass. Here are the pictures. Denzel Washington out.